Scanning for audio.
Hello, welcome to a Tin Dog podcast. This time I'm going to be talking about the Fifth Doctor adventures, The Dream Team. It's one of those 4-part, 2-part box sets where you've got a nice long story. That's Tim Foley's The Merfolk Murders, and then you've got a 2-parter, The Dream Team by Lizzie Hopley. Again, very good authors. We've been choosing some great work from Lizzie of late, and Tim always is a nice safe pair of hands to give us something almost but not quite. Well, I'll tell you what, let's do some stuff as always, do some synopsis and then have a chat. No spoilers, there's never spoilers here. If you're here for spoilers, go somewhere else. I've been doing this for 1,260 shows, and I promise you we've been as spoiler free as we can manage. Okay. Mysteries come in all shapes and forms, from a small-scale murder to an alien conspiracy, but when they arise, the Doctor, Tegan, Nyssa and Adric are the perfect team to deal with them. The Merfolk Murders by Tim Foley, 4 parts. St Andrews, Scotland. Yes, the St Andrews. The place where, well, you can look it up about the woman who held up the sign for Trump. Moving on. We love her so much. St Andrews, Scotland, 1940. The Merfolk are a university society meeting through the summer to discuss murder mystery stories. Innocent escapism during wartime, they say. Their latest book, the Casebook of Orion Hood, whose hero is all too familiar to the Doctor. When a real-life murder occurs soon after the gathering, the Doctor's friends encourage him to investigate. Is one of the Merfolk responsible? Was this crime the result of espionage or envy? The Doctor must embrace his deerstalker once again and solve the wartime mystery before the killer can strike again. Okay, I am not going to give spoilers, as always, because it's a murder mystery. If I tell you who did it, that'll make me basically scum. And I wouldn't do that. No, because you want to figure out who did it. Because cosy little murders like this are just brilliant. That's what we all like. We like the whole blood-free murder mystery thing because we want to solve it, and nobody was ever going to watch a TV programme where they solve the murder of the slightly misplaced wallet. Murder always has to be up there with crime. It's bizarre that we are fixated on this sort of thing. Cosy thrillers. We've had the Miss Marples, there's a massive tradition of them. And we've always been huge fans. And that's what we're given here. It's the pseudo-historical. If you're here waiting for the aliens to turn up, listen to the second one of this box. Because there's aliens aplenty in the second story. This first story, however, is very atmosphere heavy. You've got a lot of characterization building in the sense of the Fifth Doctor has to take on aspects of the Fourth Doctor. There's a lot of dealing with. Tegan Investigates could be a brilliant series on its own because she is an absolutely superb character in this. She is really given a lot to do. And it works beautifully. Really does. This has been written by someone who understands this team. There's also the beginnings and a burgeoning relationship of Adric with one young mathematician. And that is beautifully done here. I mean, like, really nicely built up. And I was just letting the whole story wash over me, going, oh, who could it have been? And then I realised I was concentrating on who did it rather than what was actually going on and the characterisation and the acting, you know. And it was all just so gorgeously crafted. Very impressive. It seemed effortless. And in order to appear that effortless, it takes a hell of a lot of effort. I don't want to bang on, but can I just say special mention to Josie Lawrence, who is always brilliant in everything, and she even gave me free time for my degree film, which is great. So thank you, Josie, and you, of course, you were brilliant in this. I really think Josie Lawrence Investigates. Give it a few more years, she could do a Miss Marple. Now that would be worth watching, because that would be brilliant. The sort of Miss Marple that you wouldn't be expecting. Perhaps not. Moving on. The Dream Team by Lizzie Hopley. Welcome to Concordium, the one-stop destination for elite and effective corporate bonding. A protected wonder of space is being exploited for the company away days. But when the Doctor, Nyssa and Adric land to challenge the organisers, they fall into a web of perfectly tailored nightmares as the Doctor confronts one of the most dangerous monsters in existence, one that uses your own mind against it while it feeds. His companions fall deeper into a trap. As the nasty truths are revealed, you can die in your dreams. You see, the thing is, there's a creature used here that we've seen on TV. And I don't want to give any more away than that. But the away day thing, the dream within a dream within a dream aspect, beautifully done. There's a lot more work here going on for Nyssa. And there's so much crammed into 2 episodes that you start thinking, is this going to be more episodes? Is more going on? Every time you think they're free, they're not, is gorgeously done. Because every time you think, oh yeah, I know what's going on, there's another layer comes along. And it's incredibly well structured. People don't give enough credit to how good structuring, how important structuring and layering is to avoid a completely linear narrative. But you don't care about that. What you care about is if it's any good. If the storyline's brilliant, well, it is, it's good. It only suffers from being right next to something that's just a cracking story. And that's hardly a crime. They're very different creatures. And they're very cleverly used. The creatures in this story, not the creatures that are the 2 stories that are very different. You know what I mean. You've hung around with me long enough to know about me rambling. But anyway, what I'm saying is, yeah, it's a 5th Doctor box set. Yes, it's out now. And yes, if you like that sort of thing, you'll love this sort of thing. Which, at its heart, is what all reviews really are. Here's the trailer and decide for yourself. As always, until next time, be seeing you.
We're looking for mysteries.
From Big Finish Productions, Doctor Who, The 5th Doctor Adventures, The Dream Team.
It's 1940.
Where are we?
St Andrews, Scotland, the Jewel of Fife. Birthplace of golf, home to the country's oldest university. I was here when they set it up.
The Merfolk?
Our literary and dramatic association. Currently more of a book club with a picnic.
It's gorgeous here.
Isn't it just? A sheltered cove, a looming ruined castle.
Murder is mathematics.
Humans have killed other humans since the dawn of time. Do you know how many other species do that to their own kind?
I'm Sebastian Callow, by the way.
Athena MacDonald.
Not to survive, just simply to spite. To prove superiority.
Hello, Henry Cuthbertson.
I promise you it's not that many.
Private Kowalski. Meet the Doctor and Nyssa.
No pulse. Stone cold.
I'm Professor Hodgson, Merfolk patron.
Oh, I love mystery stories. I always work out who done it.
Try an archipelago. I've heard of that.
Like the Whitsunday Islands in space.
Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this one bit.
Something strange is going on here.
Nyssa, you have to wake up.
He had a spear.
You see, it's a
Dream. That was round my face. Was that it?
an incredibly dangerous parasite. It's a cantrifari, better known as a dream crab. Big Finish, for the love of stories.
That was the Tin Dog Podcast. Everything discussed is the intellectual property of others. No infringement is intended. For early access to reviews, follow the show on YouTube or Twitter @Tin Dog Podcast. To contact the show, email tin-dog@hotmail.co.uk. The Tin Dog Podcast is a founder member of the Doctor Who Podcast Alliance.